Islam and greetings, Mars. Welcome. This is partner interjection. It's going to be a short and sweet one, but I'm your host, Supreme L. I just want to do an emergency broadcast announcement, okay? And I like to keep it, humorous because it's really funny how people are just like in this sick state. They're sick. And pardon me, I like to give honors to Prophet Noble Ali, because that's my prophet, our prophet, and prophet for the people. It's really sick how our people are still stuck in this type of, I want to say, the dementia, I guess, if you want to put it like that. I guess I don't know. And with other people uh, of, let's say, you want to say Caucasians or any other uh, non-American, because we know the truth of the matter. Here we speak truth, and the truth of the matter is an American is any of the various copper tone natives found here on the continent of America by the European colonists. But now, but now applies to the descendants of the Europeans. So in actuality, in truth, Europeans are not Americans. We are the true Americans. We have to remember there are European colonists who came here to settle on the land, our land, my land. So people don't get it twisted. Don't act like you don't remember that Europeans came here. They're not Americans. And I don't give a damn who catch feelings about that, because truth is truth, and truth hurts. Truth hurts. And a lot of people pockets are starting to feel real sour right now because they can't reach in it and pull out something worth something. I did a video when the policies enforcers stole my car. They say towed, I say stole my car. No, not a vehicle, because a vehicle denotes commerce. You work for that company. That's why you hear people say, hey, you get a company vehicle? They don't say company car. They say use the company vehicle, meaning you're working for a company. Not a car. Car means your personal cart. Just drop the T. It's not drawn by horses no more, but then again, it is, because it say look under your hood. How much horsepower does your car has? Torques. See, study. It's not hard to learn, man. It's not hard to learn. I did the video, and some person re-uploaded it on his channel. Van Balion, Balion, Van, Van. And like I typed on there before, yeah, I told him to take the video down at first because you didn't ask me. I don't know you, you don't know me. But then I said, well, hell, fuck it, leave it up there, because people gonna learn either way. There's gonna be some ones in there that talk shit, and there's gonna be some ones that come on there and be like, well, hey, damn, let me go study this and check this brother out. What is he saying? He's saying that this is not Maryland. What do you mean by that? Why does he keep saying Anacostia territory, or Nakutank territory, or Doeg territory, or Piscatawans, indigenous names? Must meaning, well, he must be talking about prior to the European colonists coming here, colonizing the land, and superimposing other names on it. Because if you go in their courts, so-called courts, which courts does mean outside when you have courtyard, when you go into their tribunals, which it really is, military tribunals, thus you have policy enforcers, so-called police, corporals, lieutenants, and sergeants. These are military titles. Come on, family. You go into there and you see that they've been established in 18 something. What were this landmass before being founded and established by these Europeans? Who were there before them? So you took my video and re-uploaded it on your channel to get views and likes, and tried to clown me when I'm speaking truth. But I know truth hurts. That's why you try to down it, but you cannot down truth, man. People can go look this up for themselves. Matter of fact, I'll do one for you, better. Okay? I want to read something, and I want everybody to get this clear, because guess what? The Supreme Court trumps all these inferior courts, right? Supreme Court is the highest court, so-called, in the land, if you want to call it courts. It's the highest in the land. So I implore you to go look up what the Supreme Court says about traveling or rights to travel. Not your municipal courts, your inferior courts in your towns and your cities. See what the Supreme Court say. Alright? Now I'm going to read something. Now this should resonate with a lot of people. A lot of us. Because I think it's sick how people love to be slaves, or so-called slaves, or serfs, if you will. Because a slave is a Slavic, for a Slavic person, which were Europeans who were enslaved first by us. That's why we're suffering now. Yeah, we enslaved y'all first. We enslaved Europeans first, and now we're suffering our karmic debt, which is soon going to be broken. That's why we're working through it. We're working through the truth to make the truth come to light so we can come out of that debt. Because no one should be enslaved or indentured servants, or to be working for nobody else for nothing. Since you don't want to hear what I say and think what I'm saying is hogwash, when I say this is not the United States is just a company. It's a company. That's why you have your President Trump, Donald Trump, an actor, and one of the shrewdest and cruelest businessmen ever to be on television. Remember? He was on television first, remember? It's a show. It's a show. I want to get into this read right here, and then we'll go over it. The bankruptcy of the United States company, and only companies can be bankrupt. Governments cannot be bankrupt. I'm going to say again. Governments cannot be bankrupt because it's the people who are the government, not employees who work for the government, work for the people. The bankruptcy of the United States congressional record. It's a record. Pardon the interjection. It's a record. You can find this. Please, I implore you to go look it up on your own. Don't believe me. Go look it up for yourself. And we continue. March 17th, 1993. Volume 33, page H 1303. Speaker, representative. Now he's a representative now. Pardon the interjection. He's a representative. So it's not no old hillbilly mojo that's talking crap. This is a representative who worked for the people. Right? Representative James Traficant Jr. James Traficant. Trafficant. Traficant Jr. of Ohio, addressing the House. Now he's on the House of Representatives floor, so you know it's been recorded. In 1993, yeah, they recorded him. He's on video and audio. So I implore you to go look that up. But they more than likely won't try to give you that, though. They probably hidden that. Partner interjection, and we continue. He speaks and says, Mr. Speaker, we are here now in chapter 11. Partner interjection. Chapter 11 is a bankruptcy that only companies, now companies are bankrupt. You bankrupt companies. And we continue. Members of Congress are official trustees presiding over the greatest reorganization of any bankrupt entity in the world history. The U.S. government company, partner interjection. We are setting forth, hopefully, a blueprint for our future. There are some who say it is a coroner's report that will lead to our demise. Wow. It is an established fact. It is an established fact that the United States federal government has been dissolved by the Emergency Banking Act of March 9th, 1933. So here we are, partner interjection, in 2018, and your company has been bankrupt since 1933. Now I, Supreme L, am not saying that. This is the Representative James Traficant Jr. on the House of Representatives floor telling you this. And we continue. 48 Stat 1 Public Law 89 719 declared by President Roosevelt being bankrupt and insolvent. House Joint Resolution 192 73rd Congress M Session June 5th 1933. Joint resolution to suspend the gold standard and abrogate the gold clause, dissolved the sovereign authority of the United States and the official capacities of all the United States governmental officers, and departments. Now, partner interjection, let that right there sink in for a second. What did he just say? And how much impact do you think that should hold on you and your family? Think about that. All United States governmental offices, officers, and departments, and is further evidence that the United States federal government exists today in name only. They have no power, only the power what you give them. Only the power of what you give them. If I come into your house and demand you pay me for having your car parked on your parking lot outside in your yard, and demand you pay me by force because you're the only one that lives there, and I have a couple guys with me saying you must pay me because you got your car outside. Or come to your house and say you must pay me because you're in this house. And I forcibly or forcefully make you do that, or threaten to put you in a dungeon or jail. Fear. They're only pushing fear and forcing us to do things. The United States company has been registered in Delaware. It is registered in Delaware. It's a company. That's it. Only in name. It exists only in name. Why do you think me and my peoples are challenging them? Because we know that they're only exercising and existing in name only. So don't be mad because we're exercising our rights and we know the real deal. While you clowns sit back and be fucking serfs and let them keep leeching off of you, bleeding you for your your earnings, your wages. When you don't owe them anything, they owe you. But you're giving them everything you have. Mortgage. Go look up the word mortgage. It means dead pledge. Look up FRNs. Money is not FRNs. FRNs is not money. Notes, or what's being called dollars, dollar bills, is not money. And don't give me this crap about, oh, well, you got gold and silver coins. It'll be too heavy to walk around. We know it's money, but the dollars is what represents the gold. No, it does not. Because it says it right on there. It's a private piece of paper. And it's not backed by anything. Before 1933, you had silver notes and gold certificate notes. Silver and gold certificates. That was paper, but it was backed by gold and silver. Now you have notes that's not backed by anything, but it's a debt to keep you in debt. But you don't want to go and learn about that and study that and put that on your website, Van. You want to put me and my people up on your channel like we're doing something wrong and illegal, Van. But it's cool, brother. It's cool. Because grown up and people who think will go and study for themselves. They will go look up this stuff. And anybody else who wants to try to be a circus clown. No, we're not sovereign. We're not down no sovereign movement. We're nationals. We're Moorish American nationals. And if we are sovereign, we're sovereign nationals if you want to. So don't just drop the national, because you can't be a sovereign without being a national. The truth of the matter is, none of you Europeans are Americans. And you so-called black people that's down with them Black is a color, not a race. White is a color, not a race. And you looking at you calling yourself black, and you think you proud, and they looking at you laughing, ones who know. They don't teach you that you're not black. Black is a color. You're not a color. You're not a crayon. You're not a marker. You're a national. You have a nationality. People has nations. They come from nations. True, you don't see no Chinamen saying, I'm yellow. I'm yellow and I'm proud. You don't see no European saying, I'm white and I'm proud. You see them crazy ass Aryans who they don't really say that they're white. They say that they're Aryan. White power. Which we know the truth is of the white power. We know the truth of that. It's time to wake up and start thinking, people. Instead of trying to be fucking Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey clown artists. Trying to clown people. When people trying to show you the right way. Nobody owns nothing here. Especially not no Europeans. Especially not up in these courts. You think you own that house you living in? You think you own that car? I doubt it. I doubt it. Especially if it's not allodial. If your title not allodial. And if you got a deed to your house, you definitely don't own that shit. Stop trying to be goddamn clowns, man, and learn something. And teach people what's right. And for all you dumbasses who keep asking me, did I get my car back? Yes, I did. No, I didn't pay no fines. No, I didn't go to no jail. And I'm not going to tell you about the settlement that we, anyway, that's none of your business. But I can tell you that, yes, I got my car back. No, I didn't have no fines to pay and discharge. And no, I did not go to no fucking jail and get kidnapped. And no, I didn't get tased for you evil bastards who sit up there and say, oh, I wish they would have tased them. Evil. Evil bastards. And then for my brother, Geronimo, you try to clown him. You try to clown him. And then all you cocksuckers commenting on there, like y'all know something. Be good little boys and girls, because that's what you are. Good little boys and girls. You're not adults. Because adults will take the time to go out and study before they jump out there and get their neck caught up. Stop it with this bullshit. Like y'all know something or doing something. You ain't doing crap for our people. Trying to put videos up like you trying to represent something. You're representing the lower self, your demon side. Because you are descendants of evil ones. Back to this House Joint Resolution 192 by Representative, James Traficant Jr. The receivers of the United States bankruptcy are the international bankers. So your government partner interjection is ran by international bankers. That's why you feel like you don't do and have shit and you gotta pay something all the goddamn time. Because your government is ran by bankers. Via the United Nations, the World Bank, and the International Monetary Fund, IMF. All United States offices, officials, and departments are now operating within a de facto status and in name only under the emergency war powers. So, pardon the interjection, why are you not telling people that? You're going around saying, oh, a sovereign did this, a sovereign did that, a sovereign failed at this, a sovereign failed at that, an intellectual more got this taken, got that taken. But the so-called government that you pay your taxes to, you're not going to tell them what this is. You're not telling them this. That the so-called government that you represent and you put your taxes towards don't really exist. You're getting robbed. And you're helping with the theft. So you're part of the conspiracy. With the constitutional Republican form of government now dissolved, the receivers of the bankruptcy have adopted a new form of government for the United States. This form of government is known as a democracy. So, pardon the interjection, a democracy. And y'all pushing it. Oh, y'all pushing democracy. You Democrats, aren't you? I bet you're a Democrat, huh, Val? Or Van. I bet you're a Democrat. But listen to what this is. And all of y'all who's down with the democracy. Democracy being an established socialist communist order. Wait a minute. Let me read that again. For all the pushers of this democracy. Or all these pushers who want you to be a Democrat. Democracy being an established socialist communist order under a new governor for America. Now bite on them apples for a second and chew that up and swallow that. Because that's a mouthful, and a mouthful that you don't want to talk and tell people about. How about that? How about that? Why are you putting stuff like that on your shows? Why aren't you putting stuff like that about this so-called company government that's robbing and raping your people? Or people in general? Because the truth of the matter is, it's only one race on the planet. And that's the human race. Only one race on this earthland, wherever you want it and however you want to call it. It's only one race, and that's the human race. But there are ones who want to keep people divided. Divide and conquer. And you're part of that? You're part of the division? Because guess what? At the end of the whole take, they got a surprise for you too. You think they're going to want you to be down and honor you when they kill each other just to stay on top? But it's cool though. Because it will be known that we are Moors. I don't give a damn what you think. I don't give a damn what you say. The time is now is going to be. The Moors will rule again. We're going to rule again. And all the things that we've been saying is going to come to light. And the people are going to be like, damn. Can you tell me about this? Can you talk to me about this? Because the time going to come where people going to get tired of ignorant people. People not learning, not studying, because ignorance of the law is no excuse. And things that I'm telling you and was said to you, even back in my video, you can go check out for yourself. Go to the Supreme Court websites. Get plenty of cases in there that will show you that, well, the rights to travel, you don't need a driver's license. A driver's license is only meant for commercial use only. Truck driver, cab driver, bus driver. That's a driver. A driver is one who uses for commerce. That's what you need a license for. If you're carrying passengers or merchandise for hire and receiving notes for it, or i.e. so-called dollars. You do not need a driver's license to travel from one point to another point. It makes you think. If you know how to drive, so-called drive, okay, we're going to use your terminology. If you know how to drive, why would you have to get your license renewed? Oh, just to say, if you still know how to drive. That's like you say you don't know how to ride a bike. You get on a bike, you pedal, you push it, you turn it, you be careful, you look both ways. You stop before you run, into something or somebody. So you got to get a license every couple years just to remind you that you know how to ride a bike or operate a car. No, it's just to suck funds from you and control your movement. You've been a bad little boy. I'm going to take your license away. You've been a bad little girl. I'm going to take your license away. They're controlling you. It's a control mechanism. Governmente. Government. Governmente, back to Latin. Governmente. Govern. Control. Mente. Mind. To control your mind. When the people of the government, they are the government, they control their own mind. You control your own mind, your own thoughts. You think for yourself. You just have a representative that's in that chair. And they're not doing even a good job because that seat has been transferred already to the IMF and the international bankers who run your so-called government. Not mine, because we the people are the government. Last time I checked, it said we the people. Not I the bankers or we the bankers. Need you to think for yourself, man. You have children. I have children. People come here all the time from different nation states, and they don't play that color game shit. Go to what's being so-called Africa. Go back on my archives and look at the show I did with the sister who's from Nigeria. They don't play that black and white shit over there. You call somebody black over there, they be ready to hang your ass. People would love to be called black here all day long. People could love to be white all day long. Because white in actuality means purity, and purity means God. So actuality, when you say that European is white, you're calling him God and the best thing clean, knowing they got unclean hands. Knowing the death and destruction that they've been handling doing all these years. But then again, it goes back to us because we're just suffering what we started. until we become harmonious together. In a human aspect. Human beings. Again, it's only one race, man. It's the human race. But we've been divided by fucking color and code caste. It's a caste system. A caste system, family. And then for one brother to comment, I'm black and I hate them Moors. You know what you're saying? Do you know what you're saying? I'm black and I hate them Moors. The Moors were not Arabs. Were not pale skinned. It clearly show you in Spain. We were darker, dark skinned, copper tone. Who civilized Europeans? They didn't have no goddamn bathhouses. They weren't taking baths. We introduced bathhouses to them. They were illiterate. Didn't know how to count the coins that they stole and pillaged from people. We gave them academics. Taught them. They didn't have no fucking toilets, man. Pissing and shitting in buckets and throwing it in the street. They didn't have those sewer systems. We introduced the sewer system to them. People forget, man. People forget. And no, I'm not mad. I'm just appalled on the demonic, the downright evilness of people, man. Against somebody who's trying to teach something, teach someone. And the whole time doing my video, when the policy enforcer stopped me and stole my car, y'all did not once see me in no damn handcuffs. If I was black and a nigger and not talking educated and talking what I know, because I know, you know, they know, I know what I know, they would have had me in handcuffs on the fucking ground and tased me all by then. No. For someone that know their rights and know what they're talking about, they know they're not going to do that. Oh, hell nah. I'm not going to do that to him. Yeah, we'll steal his car. Come on, we'll steal his car. It's cool. Fine. Like I said before in the video, you want to steal my car? Fine, go ahead and steal it. Because guess what? I got it back. And it is some repercussions and consequences that they suffered. Don't get it twisted. And still today, don't have no license to drive, if you will. I travel. Don't deal in commerce. We don't commerce together. I don't work for Maryland. I don't work for none of them policy enforcers. At that time, again, I wasn't even working. I was coming from my job. Not engaged in commerce or trade. Because that's what traffic is. Traffic is trading. Involved with commerce. You know, some places in the South, you don't even need a tag on the car. I've been to Georgia. I lived in Georgia for a long time. And there's places where you don't even need tags there. You don't need it registered, because registering something, meaning you're not the owner of it. Anytime you register a car to the state owns it. Anytime you register your firearm to the states own that firearm. And here in D.C., the District of Columbia, which the Anacostia Territory, I don't have to register my firearm. It's my right not to register my firearm because I know and they know that registering something meaning you're not the owner of it. The registrar is the owner of it and can come and get it and take it at its will. Look up that word register or registering something. You're not the owner of it. So all you so-called car and gun owners who register your car or your firearm, you're not the owner of it. And the true owners can come and get it at any time, which is the operatives for the international bankers or the bankers. That can come and take it and make you defenseless. So you can't defend yourself or you can't travel around in a timely fashion like you can. To control you. It's all about a control mechanism. And little children have to be controlled. Adults do what they have to when they want to. Children can't. Grown ass children can't do what they want to. Now, I didn't set out for this to go, pardon me, orange juice, pardon me. I didn't expect this to go 41 minutes, 42 minutes, plus minutes. But I felt I had to really put this out here. Especially for you, Van. Talking about me and getting my car stolen with a name like Van. The fuck out of here. It's going to come a time where all you doubters and you naysayers are going to run to the Moors for help and ask, how do we do this? What is this? Can you teach us this? Because we are law. People, remember, for a bankrupt company, there is no legal jurisdiction. There is no lawful judges. There is not one lawful judge. They are administrators administrating a bankruptcy. Still administrating a bankruptcy. Because they owe. They owe. Why do you think the Asiatic or the Asian brothers and sisters are here from China? Why do you think they want to sell property here to Chinese people? They're selling land which is not theirs to Chinese people. Our brothers, Asians. Yes, and they are our brothers and sisters, our distant family, yes. Chinese people, Japanese people are our ancestors and family. You don't think so? They call us what? Asiatic, so-called, quote unquote, so-called Asiatic black man. Asiatic. And they call the China men or Chinese men, Japanese men, Asians. Asians, Asiatic. We're family. Something again my prophet said. Our brothers from the east will come and help us and save us. And they're already here. They're already here. They've been here. Been helping. Just stop the bull, man. Just stop the bull. It's sad when the people don't want to even go and study. They'd rather just take and accept what's being crammed down their throat and think it's facts, but it's not really facts. These policy enforcers are mercenaries. The United States is a corporate entity owned by the Vatican. The Pope tell you that. Look up the Pope's letter to President Obama. Look up the Pope's letter to President Obama. When he was president or praetor, look at that paper and look what the Pope Francis said to him. Called him a foreign dignitary. He's a foreign delegate. Yes, the Pope called President Barack Obama a foreign. Listen again, a foreign delegate or dignitary. Like how the hell could President Barack Obama be a foreign delegate or dignitary here in the United States? That should tell you something. Pope Francis said that. Pope Francis also said these are policy enforcers are mercenaries. They're mercenaries. They're not here to protect and serve. They're here to protect the interests of the corporation, of the company. That's why you see brothers like Freddie getting shot and killed. That's why you see these policy enforcers shooting these brothers dead in the street. They're mercenaries. That's why you see them body harvesting our parts. I have children, and I'm going to protect them with every ounce of breath I have in this body at this time. And until I move on to the higher existence of life, that's what I'm going to do. Protecting my children with truth. I shall lay the smack of down on all folks who lie, cheat, and steal. Just as if you were my own, I would do the same for you. Because we are the human race. We are human. Not no goddamn crayons. We're not black, white, pink, yellow, orange, gray, or green. Those may be different colors of your mood ring, but it's not us. It's not a people. People are not colors. All people have a nationality. I'm going to go ahead and cut it low here, but I just wanted to put that down on the record and put it into the record so my family can read it into the record. Since somebody want to comment and say into the record, for the record, yes, comment on that, because I know what my duty is. My duty is to keep teaching people. And how I teach people, I give them reference points. And they can go check it out for themselves. I don't want to cram it down your throat. You ain't even got to take it. But my job is I did present it to you. So when I go and I seek and see that higher council on the other side of the earth plane, they'll be like, well, you did show them. You did teach them. Hey, I can't make you do nothing. I don't want to make you do nothing. I just want to say, hey, look, I showed you. It's up to you because you have children. Your children are going to have children. And are you going to want them to go through the same thing that you've seen? that you see, men and women running around here, merciless, doing whatever they want, shooting your babies down in the street, kidnapping your babies and taking their organs and selling them, making you take worthless paper and giving it to them when they don't even need it or use it because they are the creators of it themselves, just to see you sweat blood and tears, thinking you're going to save up something for a couple 30, maybe 40 years down the line that you think you're going to leave to your babies, and they come back once you die and take it from them and they become homeless and have nothing. You stop with the madness, because I'm going to continue teaching my people. And again, I don't give a damn what any of y'all say. It will come a time where you come in like, ooh, I think I need to rethink this thing, because something is just not right. The time for praying and picketing and chanting hymns, walking, marching is over. The time for truth is now. The time for love, truth, peace, freedom is now. And when any of those is violated, justice will take its course. As I say always, I love y'all. I love y'all, family. I love y'all, human people, with all my heart. As I always say, don't believe me. Please go check out the jewels you'll find on your treasure hunt, family. You'll be amazed. Islam, love, and peace forever, Moors.